Hello, this is Visor. Today I'm doing a video game reflection on Fiddlesticks jungle. Nothing real detailed. I mean, like you, I'm playing around with the new jungle, new items, all that new stuff. Was trying to figure out a champ that I can stack a bunch of black cleavers on and a frozen fist. But then I remembered Season 1's Fiddlestick jungle, specifically the level 5 dragon that you can do. So I decided to play around and try to get a route going. The fastest that I could get it was killing the dragon at 6:14. I'm not sure if that was faster than Season 1, but I figure I might as well show it. Anyway, let's get started. Now, I know that you could also do a faster jungle clear if you open with blue elixir, but I'm not really a big fan of it, considering it's a huge chunk of gold for a consumable at the beginning of the game. I've seen Fiddlesticks that open blue elixir take on dragon at level 3, but that was Season 2, and it's really fucking iffy, because you don't have fear at that point, so you're really not playing with a full kit, and you're really vulnerable. Instead, my route involves a hatchet with 3 mana pots and 2 health pots. The reason for the mana pots is because we're not starting at blue. Instead, you start at double golems. The goal of this route is to dragon at level 5 with enough blue buff so you can solo it. My runes are pretty straightforward. I have flat magic penetration marks. I could probably get a faster clear if I got attack speed marks, but flat magic penetration at the moment is just really good. I got armor seals just to stay a little bit safer, since I'm not going to be able to use drain as much as I want. I have flat AP glyphs, as well as flat AP contestants, just because Fiddlesticks has pretty good ratios, and his damage on drain is also sustained. Masteries are also pretty straightforward. I'm going 2109. The main focus is maxing out my drain damage, as well as making sure I got runic affinity. The other stuff don't matter quite as much, and I think it's largely up to preference. Alright, for double golem, the small golem will die after 9 auto attacks. Big golem will die after 2 full drains, so make sure you do not end your drain early. So I started by auto attacking the small golem 3 times, draining the big golem, auto attacking the small golem 3 more times, draining the big golem, and then finishing the small golem off with auto attacks. You might have also noticed that I have some bots in this game. They're really there just to push the lane so I don't accidentally leech any experience from the minions. Anyway, next on to red. Start with an auto attack and a drain on the Elder Lizard. I also use my smite here, but I'm really just trying to speed everything up. Also at this camp, I'm going to use a mana potion and a health potion. Once you kill the Lizard Elder, you're going to put a point into your Dark Wind and target the lizard in the bottom right farthest away from you, and then auto attack the other lizard. That way they both die, you can move on to Wraiths. At Wraiths, all I do is auto attack and drain the big Wraith, then auto attack it to death, then throw a Dark Wind and kill the last remaining Wraith. On the way to Wolves, I should have popped all my remaining mana pots. At Wolves, we start by auto attacking the big wolf and draining it. Then we auto attack it close to death and throw a Dark Wind, killing it and probably another wolf. Then we finish off whatever's left and move on to blue. And I'm bored of commentating. I mean, you get the general idea. Really, I'm mostly posting the video so you know I'm not lying, because I mean, this is the internet and people lie all the time, right? The hard part of this route is already done anyway, so you can just watch the video and see what I do next. You'll probably even see some of my mistakes, so you can optimize the route even more. Instead, let's talk about the other more interesting aspects of this route. Personally, I think this route is kind of interesting, because if your team is at least monitoring your blue, if you see an enemy invade, you can quickly switch from double golem to the enemy blue. Because come on, you're Fiddlesticks. You need to get to that level 6, and having a blue really helps. And even if Fiddlesticks doesn't do this every game, the fact that he can is something that the enemy jungler always has to consider. Because otherwise, if you just follow the normal blue start, Fiddlesticks' route becomes very easy to predict. And if you're easy to predict, then you're easy to counter. Now, soloing Dragon at level 5 has really one very big counter, and it's the enemy warding. If they ward Dragon, then it becomes much harder to pull off. However, with teamwork, I think some of these weaknesses can be overcome. For example, if your bot lane brought a pink ward just to keep Dragon clear, it greatly increases your chances. Or if the enemy has a weak early game jungler and you're able to keep pressure in bot lane, you might also be able to pull off a dragon that way. Or maybe you'll find another use for this route. I'm just throwing this route out there because really, keeping it to myself doesn't help me. I really don't have time to play that much anymore. Now, I don't really know the new jungle timings, but I assume going this route is actually a pretty slow route to 5. However, if you get Dragon, I think that it's a pretty big EXP boost, plus that's like almost 1,000 gold for your team. Pretty significant. On the other hand, that gold really only benefits your teammates after they go back to the shop, so there are times where it would be better to gank instead. Really, this option is also very situational, but everything in League of Legends is situational. But you need to at least know all the possible situations. Anyway, now let's start Dragon. Basically how I fight Dragon is auto attack, throw a bird, drain, then auto attack, drain, auto attack, throw another bird, drain, and smite. Of course, again, I'm not using smite properly because I'm trying to get the fastest time possible. But you get the general idea. Eventually, Dragon falls around 6:14. And that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you found it interesting. Or at least informational. Or useful. Regardless, I find it pretty interesting that Fiddlesticks has a good level 5 Dragon route again. Whether it's viable or not, well, that's up to you guys. Anyway, I'm done, and see you guys next time.